Ross Sevi, who is the chairman of the San Bernardino County Young Republicans. And this group was just chartered. I believe the date was March 3. So we're proud to have them. How many of you remember being a young Republican? Well, I do, barely. It's a long time ago. But we're so glad to have them here. I'll turn the mic over to Ross.
Hello, can everyone hear me?
No, louder.
We're old. We're old. Live your life.
Pens and paper are also being distributed, so you guys can ask us some questions later. As Carolyn said, my name is Ross Sevi. I am the chairman of the San Bernardino County Young Republicans. I am also a cabinet member of the Redlands Tea Party Patriots, and I am also deputy campaign manager for Paul Leon, who's running for state senate, who is also running late. So I have a lot of hats, but I guess the cheapest thing you can give someone is a title. We were chartered on March 3rd at the Republican Convention in Sacramento. The reason we decided to get together and charter this group is because we noticed that there was a lack of presence in the area of young Republicans, active, organized, and campaigning. I noticed this working in Redlands because the Tea Party were the only volunteers I could really count on. It's also, they were the only ones who week in and week out showed up, and again, I guess I'll heap praise on John Darian and Dr. Wong again. Every weekend they were there. Dr. Wong actually multiple times raided my office for so much supplies I had to go and run to the office in Rancho Cucamonga to get more. So thank you for that. I enjoyed those road trips. I just want to give you a little bit of background about our San Bernardino County Young Republicans. I know not all of you can see it, but I'll read it through for you. Up here is a quick comparison between the San Bernardino County Young Republicans and the Redlands Tea Party Patriots. In our bylaws, it states that the San Bernardino County Young Republicans strive to articulate conservative principles of limited government, separation of power, and individual liberty. Now, as you see, the Tea Party's three core values are fiscal responsibility, constitutionally limited government, and free markets. So there is some overlap between our agendas in that we both want limited government, individual liberty, and a free market economy. So the main difference between our groups, though, is that we are a partisan organization. We are a Republican organization. You guys are obviously nonpartisan. If you're independent, you can be here and everything. If you want to be part of our group, I believe you have to be a registered Republican, or I think we can let in libertarians too. Our organization consists of 5 officers. The officers run the day-to-day operations, and they keep relationships with other Republican clubs and elected officials. Here today, we actually have 3 of our 5 cabinet. You have me as the chairman, Heather Ruhana, who is our political director, and Shawn Gomez, who is our vice chairman. Shawn is also involved with the Redlands College Republicans over at the University of Redlands. We also have a large number of voting members. Today we brought some of our newer members today to show you guys that we're still growing. We are a new group, but so far I believe we have over 40 members. So. Despite what the liberal media tells you, there are a lot of young people out there who care about the future of America, and they do want to elect Republicans. So we have our voting members. Voting members have to be between the ages of 18 and 40 to be a young Republican. They participate in meetings, they select officers, and they volunteer. Also, we have associate members. Associate members can be anyone who wants to just get involved, even though you're not between 18 and 40. We'll let you guys hang out with us. We know you all want to be part of the cool kids. Our goals. In our bylaws, again, it states that the purpose of the Young Republicans shall be to recruit, inform, and empower young Republican professionals to be an effective organization in registering and electing Republicans to office. Every day we realize our obligations to strengthen the Republican Party by reaching out to younger Republicans and fulfilling our mission. We are here to educate and prepare the Republican leaders of tomorrow. So that's a pretty daunting goal. What do we actually do? We participate in a lot of campaigns. A lot of us have experience working in campaigns. I myself am a political professional. On our board today, we have 3 members of congressional staff, as well as 2 college students who are both active in their communities. So it's really a pretty diverse group of people that we're gathering together, and we're getting ready for the future. I believe that's everything I prepared in the slideshow, so I'll just go ahead and let everyone up here introduce themselves. If you want to grab a microphone, give a little background.
My name is Heather Hanna. I am a district representative for Congressman Gary Miller. I have worked for him for about 4 years now. I handle all of the Congressman's housing issues and all of his public safety issues. I went to Cal State Fullerton, where I received my bachelor's degree in political science. I graduated in 2010. That's it.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Renee. I'm from the office of Congressman Gary Miller as a district representative. I'm in charge of the Veterans Affairs outreach coordinator for both the veterans and Latino outreach. I have a bachelor's in philosophy from UCLA. I'm also a veteran that served for 4 years in the Navy. I'm pleased to have you here. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Shawn Gomez. I am a senior government major from the University of Redlands, and I am also part of the University of Redlands College Republicans.
Hi, my name is Socorro Pantaleon, and I'm a district representative for Congressman Gary Miller. I interned for Mike Morrell before, and I was on the campaign for Congressman Gary Miller. I'm from Chino, but I went to school at Arizona State. I graduated with a BA in political science and American history.
Hi everybody, my name is Stefan, and I am a communication major presently at California State University, San Bernardino. I have been a political activist, unbeknownst a Young Republican Club member for a while now actually. I've been attending Tea Party since earlier last year, so I've been really enjoyed spending time with you all. And I've also spent a lot of time helping organize voters on campus. And if you can imagine organizing Republican voters on California State University, not so easy. So I really do consider myself a warrior in this particular venue. And here I am, I'm ready to put in my part and help out the Young Republicans. And hopefully we can take back this country in 2014.
Hey,
Hi, my name is Shawn Robo, and as you can tell, Renee, that's my name tag. A little communication breakdown on this part, but I'm currently a junior at UC Riverside, pursuing a degree in business administration. I'm a member of their Republican Party, or the College Republicans Club on campus, and I hope to one day be a naval aviator, fly in the Navy.
all right.
So that's a little bit about us. I understand that we'll be fielding some questions, so if you have anything that you want us to answer, go ahead and direct them at me. If you need a microphone, I think we're logging all of them.
I think they're writing it.
Thank you for coming and expressing this. What do you, for all of you or any of you, what do you perceive is the biggest challenge in the next year for you as an individual and corporately?
For the group, I would just say the biggest challenge will be growing and expanding and getting the word out there. Individually, I'll go ahead and let you here answer that, Heather.
Okay. I've heard our new state chairman, Jim Brulte, speak a couple times now, and each time he says that we in San Bernardino County are ground zero. And it is very, very true. We need to re-elect Congressman Gary Miller and Assemblyman Mike Morrell. And if we lose those seats, we will probably never get them back again. And we cannot let the Democrats take our seats. They know it's not theirs. They think that California is a given for them. And there are still conservatives here. We need to show up. It is our goal. We've said we're willing to pull 80-hour weeks to walk precincts, knock on doors, make phone calls. We are ready to be the ground game, and I really, it's doable. It is. We are not a dying breed, as they'd love to have, everyone believe. But that's the goal, I think, and it looks like it's far away, but it's pretty much tomorrow. And I think, does anyone else want to add anything?
Hello, check. Okay, great. One of the things that I think that young Republicans, as a college student, I think that one of the main problems that we're going to be facing is the culture of dependence. And what do I mean by that as college students? It is impossible to afford college. I know this because I did accept federal aid for my college at first. But, let me finish. But what I realized in this process was that I was not studying as hard as I would have if I had to pay my own way through college. So now I am a full-time worker and a full-time student. I pay my own tuition. And I tell you, every A that I get on the books, I thank the Lord on high that I had the perseverance to push myself to do that. That's the kind of motivation that is there. That's the kind of thing that that's the ground game we're playing, is to move people away from somebody else picking up the bill, as Gary Miller had put it, or for us to pave our own way forward. That's what we're trying to do here.
Another question says, how heavy and how effective is indoctrination in K-12 schools and universities? How do we counter that? Shawn, since you're still in college, how about you give us a little chime over at the University of Redlands?
As you all know, the University of Redlands is very left-wing, liberal biased. As far as the professors, they give their agenda, they push it on the students. But the more I talk to college students and kind of push my ideas and the conservative movement onto them and just present it to them, they understand, and they actually like side with me and support what's going on with the conservative movement. So I think there is hope.
Do you want to chime in?
I believe it's very hard to try to convince college students to vote Republican. There's a lot of college students out there that don't like Obama, that don't like his policies, but are afraid to put their name next to a Republican because of the indoctrination that they've had, that they're young, they're not Republicans. They can't possibly side with the Republicans, so therefore they default over to the Democrat side, even though they're naturally at odds with their beliefs. So I think that it does weigh heavily on the students as they develop and turn into voters. So it is a problem, and we do need to fix it, which is why most of us are here.
The next question is, how do we persuade your fellow young people to choose liberty and opportunity to succeed or fail versus free stuff and government to take care of them? Socorro, would you like to chime in on this? How do you persuade your fellow young people to choose liberty and opportunity versus free stuff and government?
Well, I was raised to always work you work for what you have. Yeah, you don't get it free. I was raised on, you know, you work for it. You don't get it for free. And
Life experience. About Heather?
I think in my experience, I went to commuter school. I would say 95% of the other students that I interacted with had jobs. And whether it was, you know, just to be able to, you know, go out to dinner or to buy their own gas. I know I worked 2 jobs during college because my parents, they wanted to help me, but they couldn't. And I think that the average college student nowadays is in that same boat. We need to tell them that, you know, nothing's going to be handed to you. You have to work hard for what you have. And it is difficult because they're raised with a sense of entitlement. That's what we're dealing with right now. But
I believe I have an idea on how to combat it. Make them get a job and make them pay taxes.
I agree with that entirely. But I think that one perfect visual aid about why we can't keep up with the free stuff thing, just take a look at any shopping center in San Bernardino. How many closed shops do we see out there? How much, like, desolateness that used to be a thriving American marketplace, how much of that is just dead, dried up, like dried tumbleweeds? Like, what we need to do is explain that is going to be our future. If we spend money that we don't have, we are going to dry up all of the commerce. I think that that's a perfect visual aid. Just drive around San Bernardino, take a look at what we have here, and see where the policies of free stuff have gotten us.
With me, personal experience, I've had to put in 4 years in the service to be able to go to school now and be able to graduate. And having served like in the Navy, it allowed me to pursue education through JNL, so I know that.
All right. The next question is, do you talk to your fellow students who voted for Obama? What are they thinking? Why do they support Obama when 50% grads can't find jobs? Shawn, why don't you take this one again?
Unfortunately, I do have some friends that voted for Obama. I was their right to vote for him, unfortunately. After I asked why, it's the whole idea about the Republicans and how they want the rich to get richer. I tried to explain to him about how that's not true. We are really for the working class, and we're for lower taxes. And I think I'm making him change his mind a little bit. It's going to take some work, but I think that's the biggest idea: is that what will Obama give me, and what am I entitled to, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
You guys want to chime in down there? Students, have you talked to people who vote for Obama?
Yeah, definitely. I've met more than I care to admit. One of the things that I heard an awful lot, and the Democrats did a great job at this election cycle, was to play really, really dirty pool. They did smear after smear after smear, and you know, I'm not saying that I was necessarily the biggest Romney supporter, but I was definitely a lot more of a Romney supporter than an Obama supporter, obviously. So what everybody would tell me, I can't vote for somebody who flip-flops. My response to that, obviously, so you had no idea about Obama's opinion on Obamacare being a tax. That's all I gotta say about that.
If I knew that, I would try to fix it, but I don't know why people voted for him. The economy right now is worse than it was 4 years ago. Unemployment is exactly the same, and we're, what, 6 trillion more in debt than we were 4 years ago? I don't know. That's why I'm not one of those people. I have the ability to think for myself, and I can see which way our nation's going. I don't like it. That's why I chose to vote for Mitt Romney. That's why I chose to vote Republican again in 2014, 2016, and probably from now on.
I have a question here it says, why aren't the young Dems and Obama supporters angry at the $55,000 in debt put on them? I can answer that. It's because they don't know that they're going to have to pay it one day. The last question is, what do we need to do to attract more young people to the Tea Party? And I would just say, keep doing what you guys are doing. You invited us here tonight. We really appreciate it. We're just a new group starting up, and we appreciate that you would spend the time to listen to us and hear our ideas and learn a little bit about us. So thank you so much for having us, and we really appreciate it.